A lot of women got a bad habit of treating men like the men they could be instead of treating them based on what's being reciprocated.
Exactly.
Real shit, you know what I'm saying? So you willing to go all out, cook for this man, show up for this man whenever he needs you, and if your car break down, you wouldn't be able to call him. If you got to move, you wouldn't be able to call him. If you lose your job, you need a little help on the bill, you wouldn't be able to call him. Right, so how does this man have an all-access pass to you when you can't depend on him for any aspect of your life going wrong?
Tyler Perry Jr. Brother, he about to start preaching.
Can I get an amen? Yes!
Okay.
What are we doing? Mm-hmm. What does Jaja do? What does he do? He does nothing. Why are you there? Yo, and this is applicable to both sides.
Yes.
You go ahead and say what you were going to say.
So, okay. I don't even know where to begin. So, I understand that the world we live in today want to take Jesus out of everything. Yep. I see that. I get it. But when you do that, you tend to have a lot of unnecessary heartache and pain. Mm-hmm. What do I mean by that? What you mean by that? Oh, let me tell you. So, when we go out of order and we're dating, we've talked about this before. We're saying like we should do away with dating.
Yes.
The way, as far as like we know it today, we should do away with dating because oftentimes it encompasses people living like they're married. They're playing a role. Uh-oh. Like he said, with women, you're allowing guys to have all this access. You give them your everything. And then when things don't work out, you are hurt, devastated, and betrayed, which is natural. Because if you are giving them your walls, okay, and everything else, like you've now pair bonded with this person. So now literally they have taken something from you when you do that. So yeah, you're going to be devastated. And the more you do that, the more devastated and hurt you're going to end up being. And that creates baggage. And then you take that bag to your next relationship and then you collect another bag and you take it to the next relationship. And we got all these bags. That's why Erykah Badu came out with that bag lady. Yeah.
Yep.
Those them bags. We got to let those bags go. And one of the ways we can let those bags go is if we stop giving our all to dudes that we're dating. I think that there's a way that you can get to know someone, that you can court them and get to know them without giving away your goods or giving your all. And I do understand to a certain extent. I think a lot of times we as women, because we naturally tend to nurture. We naturally want to nurture. We want to be able to, kind of show what it could be like if you decide that you want to be with us, if you want to marry us. So you want to show that side and certain things. And there's a way that you can do that where you're not giving your all literally, to the person and you're just dating them. Like they don't deserve all that. That is something you need to reserve for your husband.
Yes.
Not even your fiance, to be honest.
Nope.
For your husband, because we know everybody that get engaged don't always make it down the aisle. So just keeping it 100. I'm just saying.
Well, since this is a channel by married people, for married people, and for people who want to be married, this is why we had to talk about this. Mm-hmm. This is applicable to both sides of it.
Yes.
Because sometimes guys will give everything to a woman, friend zone, who don't deserve your everything. She don't deserve you to come and pick her up because her tire went flat. Bruh. She don't deserve you to go. She don't deserve you to call the tow truck. Wow. She don't deserve you to
really? You can't call it.
No, you don't even got to call it. How she calling you and she ain't calling the tow truck? Because she want to use your AAA thing. And what it is your AAA thing. You only got a certain amount of calls that you can make every year. And then after that, it's like a charge for it. So it's no longer free, even though you already done paid the fee. And she want to use one of your chances to come and get her car because she didn't want to do it. That's why she called you. Why she ain't call the tow truck? Why she ain't call the tow truck? Why she ain't call the tow truck?
You talking like from personal experience. That sounds personal, don't it?
I don't know that. I honestly don't know anything about that. But I definitely was one of those guys who was in the friend zone to somebody that you was like messing with or whatever or checking for. Mm-hmm. And you just realize, what am I doing? And I was like, you know what? I'm good.
But no, thank you. No, thank you. All good.
What am I doing? Why am I doing this? For nothing. So it's a similar thing, though not as extreme as what she was talking about, because she's talking about giving up the walls. And I'm like, we all know the walls are magically delicious. It's just you don't give something magically delicious to just anybody. That doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Like, what are you doing?
Nope.
So it's applicable to both sides. And I think that we think that there is no other way besides dating for a lot of these things to work. And everybody always talks about how dating sucks and it's so terrible. And then when we say maybe we should get away with dating, they get upset. Why do you want to hold on to something that's terrible so bad? Look, y'all tell me that it sucks. It's not like I tell y'all that it sucks. Y'all tell me that dating sucks, and then I see all of these stuff online and everybody talking about it and everybody pissed off and this at each other and everything, and I'm trying to figure out why y'all want to hold on to something that y'all can't stand so bad. And we just dropped the video where he was talking about that very thing. And he was talking about how things were different back in the day and how dating back then went and why it was so much better and why we can't do it anymore. Go look at the video. I'm not going to give away everything. That's right. I'm trying to get you to watch another video. Go watch it. Anyway, but there is a better way. And I think the thing is, if we can get the message out there that there's a better way and start trying to do the better way, we would have better situations and a lot less of us would waste time. We would waste less time and we would have less damage.
Yes.
Oh, wow. We just went chocolate. Then okay. We went from dark to milk chocolate real quick. Anyway, look, stop fighting for trash. And that was a triple entendre, by the way. That meant many things. That's right. I need you guys to do me a favor.
What's that?
I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit that notification button. I need you to hit all the buttons.
Yes.
Thank you.
Of your life going wrong.
And see, which is crazy because when you listed out all those things, TMI, but I instantly dried up. So I don't even know how we could even allow something like that to go on.
If you broke down in the middle of the road, you called, he said no.
And I called.
He can't have no afterwards.
It's won't function. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. It's not gonna work. You don't.
Bruh.
But you know what? Good. Because it need not to be anyway.
Bruh.
That's part of the problem.
Well, a whole bunch of y'all now. It was a skit. I'm not going to do it. I'm learning how to be a Christian. I'm learning how. I don't really know anymore. All the Christianness that I had, I was a good Christian back in the day. Then, I had 10 years of debauchery in the middle of that, and I lost all my common sense when it came to Christian. It's different. There's common sense, and then there's Christian common sense. A lot of y'all know that. Y'all be on this channel, like I'll be trying to give y'all common sense from both sides. I'll try to give y'all Christian common sense, which is different from regular common sense. Regular common sense relies on science, data, and statistics. Christian common sense relies on the Bible, and no matter what else is happening around it, the Bible is your thing you go for. You believe that's the center of all truth. So I try to give y'all both from both directions because I'm trying to help as many people as I can. I don't want people who out there sinning like I was to all, just have terrible. I was able to have a great marriage even though I was sinning.
Yes, that's true.
And I was out there in the world, shaking fast, watching myself.
You shaking it fast for cash?
but I'm just saying, one of the things a lot of people don't understand about Christianity and about God, there are multiple sides to how God moves and works in certain things. One of the ways he works and moves in is from the Christian perspective through laws. The world is governed by a system of laws, right? You got a lot of laws that are like scientific that control, how much air you need in order to breathe and all of that stuff and consequences for actions and stuff like that. There's that way. And then there's the spiritual way that he moves, which is outside of that, right? This is even from the Christian perspective. So if even as a Christian, you can be bound to the laws of the creation because we forget God created the world.
That's right.
Therefore, God made sure that there was consequence baked in. Think about it. Adam and Eve, if you sin, there will be consequence.
Yep.
If you do this sin, there will be consequences for your whole generation. Generational curses. It's all about action consequences because that's a law that God set up.
Yes.
We get so holy that we blind ourselves to the other side of what God set up. He set up laws. Now, can he move outside of them? Yes. Does he often move outside of them? No. Why does he not often move outside of them? It's because we don't deserve it. We don't act the way towards him that would warrant him to turn back the sun. Y'all remember that one? We don't act in a way that would make him stop from raining hellfire on a city. We don't move like that.
Nope.
We don't move in a way that would get him to move like that. Our prayers don't have that power because we have no relationship.
Well.
So then you are still bound to the laws that he created.
Yep.
This is Christian perspective, y'all. Christian perspective. For those of y'all that's not in the church, I'm going to come to y'all. But I'm just letting folk in church know because a lot of times they be like, oh, you talking all of that science stuff. That don't mean, yes, it do.
Yep.
It means something to you too.
Science is just man's explanation of how God did everything.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the mentality that a lot of us have where we just want to be so spiritual that we want to operate outside of any of man's laws. Like I have very rarely, almost never seen people able to move in that fashion because we don't have that type of relationship. Not because he can't.
Yeah.
Because we can't.
Ouch.
We don't move like that. We don't. Anyway, look. For the rest of y'all, because I'll be leaving y'all out a lot lately. Look,
I'm sorry.
we got to have our vetting thing on right.
Yes.
If somebody is acting funky towards you and you can't depend, because that's basically what they said. You can't depend on this person, but you're giving them everything. Wake up. Wait, they don't deserve it. Wake up.
Those are big red flags.
Wake up. You know, for ladies, there's probably a dude in your friend zone that deserves all of the perks that you were given, and you could call him when your car break down.
Yep.
That might be somebody that you should at least try to date. Not a guaranteed husband. You should at least give him a try. Guys, there's probably a girl. She might not be as fine as the other one.
Oh, boy.
But you might need to give her a chance when you start thinking about what is really important for a long term. Always solve for long-term relationships.
Right.
Short-term dating strategies suck and they're tearing us apart and we're dealing with the consequences. And we think I'd be better off by myself. Most of y'all wouldn't. It's very few of us that would be better off by ourselves.
This is true.
Very few of us. Just as a FYI, God said that it was not good for man to be alone before man even realized that it was not good for him to be alone. Go read the book, look at the chronology. It wasn't because man got lonely.
Yeah.
God said it's not good for man to be alone, therefore we shall make a helpmeet for him. And then he started bringing up the animals in front of Adam so that he can name them. And God already said it before man even realized it. So for the most of us, because it's not good for man to be alone, most of us want to be in relationships in pairs. There are some of us who don't, and don't be getting on to people who don't. There's nothing wrong with it. Christ said it's good as long as you can stay connected to Jesus and you can stay with him and do his will and not your own, right? And Paul said it as well. So ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm getting chatty. I'm going to keep on coming up with things if I don't stop soon. I'm going to just say, come on now. We got to have some common sense and we have some Christian sense too. We got to, on both sides, y'all.
Yeah.
You got anything else to say?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
And if you guys made it this far, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and give us a thumbs up. So that way YouTube knows that you appreciate what we're putting down.
What we're putting down!
Hey everybody. Down in the description, there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for. Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we could really use you guys' help. If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Peace.
Press the out button.